Welcome in, everybody. This is Intelligent Aces Podcast, episode number 16. I am your host, Main Ace Chase, the main ace of Intelligent Aces. Alongside me, my cohort, Ellipticus underscore, our Space News Network, Anchor,
Howdy, howdy,
and
howdy.
we're here with another week. We are pre-apocalypse. The apocalypse will happen in 4 days. That's when the solar eclipse and all the planets align, and the locusts will spawn, and it's the end of days, people. The end of days.
The end of days. It's definitely the end of the world as we know it, but I feel fine.
It's something, man. There's definitely a lot of craziness. Like, I don't know if you've noticed just how crazy people are being so far right now. Still,
Oh yeah.
just like it's already happening.
Yeah, the madness continues and there's like so many different sectors, like people who are more science minded are concerned about the CERN thing, people who are like into the prophecies and biblical stuff are talking about the six Salems and stuff like that. And then there's other people that are talking about like the end of a cycle and if something there's a lot of people talking about the New Madrid fault, and there's a lot of people talking about what was the other, the CERN thing. And apparently if there is an earthquake during the eclipse, a major earthquake, which there's not what is it called, a syzygy, and a syzygy is when the moon, and so most of the earthquakes happen on the side of the earth when the moon and the sun are in the same spot, and the gravity from them is pulling the ocean. It's like 4 feet, the tides are like 4 feet higher in those areas.
Ooh,
And so there's supposed to be some type of correlation between the tectonic plates and whatever's going on with it, and so
right.
earthquakes. So psychics, fake psychics, you can, there's syzygy guides, they're online. It's just astronomy. And so there's psychics who make their earthquake predictions based on when the syzygies are happening, and it's almost like a way to scam the system. But the people who are talking about all the prophecy shit are saying if an earthquake happens, then there's supposed to be other events that follow. And I'm like, oh my God, it's Y2K 2012 all over again.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we'll see what happens actually, but to
I mean,
me,
anything's possible after COVID. I don't have any.
right, right. Um, Yeah, I don't know, man. It's crazy because, well, there's also the rumor now of a bird flu coming out, so they're talking maybe more
Yeah,
lockdowns or
haven't the
something.
birds been through enough?
Well, I don't
I know
know.
what
We'll
you mean. I
see.
know what you're saying.
It's crazy, man. This world is, I don't know. Let's just hope we can just continue to be toxic gamers. You heard about this toxic gaming thing?
No. Why don't you tell me about it?
All right, we will. Let me pull it up here. Up. Still fucking weird, bro.
Boom, boom, boom. Doo, 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 doo.
So this came out, and this is like a fucking thing. So this is like a toxicity rating for games now.
Making
Uh,
gaming safer for all gamers.
yeah. So
The
the toxicity.
toxicity rating was
Sorry, I was getting
created
everything
to
set.
inform gamers. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, the toxicity rating was created to inform gamers and parents of what kind of content they can expect to encounter while playing online, and call attention to the fact that gaming community desperately needs to change and be inclusive, safe spaces for all who play. Listen, if you can't handle the fucking chat lobby, mute the chat lobby.
Yeah,
You
there's
don't
too
have to
much.
listen to that shit. Fuck's sake. You don't have to interact with any of those people. You don't. If you want to interact and engage with those people, have tough enough skin to fucking be able to take it. You fucking snowflakes. Fuck's sake, man. Shit. So it basically goes in like online lobbies for like Call of Duty and shit like that. So like Call of Duty is 78% toxic. Uh Apex Legends, 76% toxic. Uh, it's 74% racism, 65% gender discrimination, Direct violent threats means I will shoot your ass in a game where you shoot people in the ass. Sexual content, okay. Crude humor, yeah. Normal fucking gamer shit. Controlled substance conversation. A lot of fucking gamers smoke weed. Fuck off. Fuck out of here, man. What the hell? Apex Legend is a free-to-play battle royale hero shooter developed by Respawn Entertainment, published by Electronic Arts. And this is the toxicity. It's a 70% toxic environment. So I have labeled myself, and I will let you label yourself as well. We are toxic gamers because fuck all these people that have tried to get into the game space. They're fucking everything up for everybody else.
That's funny.
Dropping the F bomb
That
a lot,
might
but
be why over 60% of gaming playtime in 2023 comes from games 6 years and older, like Fortnite. So maybe maybe it's so toxic out there that people find their little niche, and you're either in the toxic or the non-toxic or somewhere in between, I guess. Fortnite, Roblox, Minecraft, Counter-Strike 2, The Sims 4, Call of Duty, Warzone, League of Legends, Valorant, Grand Theft Auto, Rocket League.
So Grand Theft Auto and all these are coming soon. Like they're not even like you could rate them right now, so we could rate them.
Those are the top played games on PC. Grand Theft
right,
Auto
right.
5.
That's what I'm saying. Like Grand Theft Auto 5 is not the rating has not been compiled yet. This is the fucking toxicityrating.com/survey. So this is the fucking bullshit, and this is by Melanin Gamers.
Huh.
I don't know, man. These people, I don't get it. People shouldn't be allowed into these spaces. Can we gatekeep again? Can we start gatekeeping, please? Can we get these people? Can we get these people up out of our space? They're invading our space, and we are uncomfortable. Can we get them out? Can we make them leave?
I think
it's got to be inclusive for everybody. No, not you. We don't like you. You get out.
I think a lot of Helldivers 2 people experience toxicity because there's you can shoot your teammates.
Well, I mean that's like the fun of the game, man. This is the craziest shit.
Helldivers 2, the #1 game again in February in the US and the UK.
Yeah. And it's still like, and they still have their problems. They still have bugs and stuff, but like, it's a fun game.
Yeah, it is.
It really is a fun game to drop in and out of playing. You don't have to play hours and grind hours. I mean, if you want to work toward a certain weapon where it takes so many medals to get, then you got to grind those missions. You want to get your stratagems and stuff unlocked. You got to grind them. But if you just want to jump in and play like a casual medium difficulty or hard, you can just jump in and do that.
Grinding's not even grinding. Grinding is just playing the game, you know?
That's what I mean, but like...
for people, it's all grinding.
When I say...
If you like that game, that's... The whole game is grinding.
When I say grinding, I mean like, you have to play hours. You have to do dailies. You have to do all these things to keep your level up high enough and get the best gear and all shit. You don't need to do that. You can just drop into Helldivers, play an hour or 2 or 2 or 3 matches and fucking bounce. Like it's really a great drop in and out, and it's not competitive, and it does have a difficulty where you can play with other people, and it's just a fun game. Like it's intense and it's funny, and the creators are based as hell. Like, you know, there's people, oh, we should get trans flags or pride flag capes, and they're like, no, it's not going to be political. We don't want your political stuff in here. So they're just like, no, we're not going to have that in there. And they're like, you're a bigot, and we're like, no, we just want to make a fun game. We don't care about your politics. And that's literally what they said. Quote, the CEO had said, we don't care about your politics. That's not what this game is about. And it shouldn't be.
And that is more inclusive in itself than maybe putting one segment of society in the spotlight over others. So
it's crazy, bro. It is freaking crazy.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of Diablo 4, it's now on Xbox Game Pass. If you have Game Pass, you can grind away on Diablo 4 if you haven't played it yet.
Grind away on a mediocre game that more or less failed.
A lot of issues, yeah. I don't know where that's at in the state of being fixed. Like, you know, a lot of games come out and they got issues. Like Cyberpunk had a lot of issues. They got it fixed. People enjoyed playing it afterwards. So I don't know where Diablo 4 is on its mission, but I do know that like when what was it? The last Epic came out, APOC, people who played it with me were huge Diablo 4 fans, and they're like, listen, even if they fix the shit, I'm not going back to Diablo. They done fucked their fans over.
Yeah, man.
Their
Well,
base too hard.
that's just me with Blizzard. Like, I'm not a Blizzard fan at all. Like, period. I just don't care about Blizzard games.
I saw a pretty funny fucking meme about Blizzard versus Nintendo, and it was the CEOs, and it said Blizzard pays their CEO $152 million a year salary, and Nintendo pays their CEO $1.5 million. Obviously, one of these companies is spending its money and investing in its games and its future, and the other company is spending its money on lawsuits towards gamers. I laughed my fucking ass off because you thought for sure it was going in the direction. You know what I mean? And then it's
Right.
like, no, by the way, Nintendo fucking sues its own fucking players. Like, it's fucking great. It's fucking great. Oh my god.
Yeah, Nintendo's a weird one. See if I can. Maybe it's the settings.
Speaking of the consoles, console wars, I guess, PlayStation Plus games are announced for the month of April.
Oh,
And let's see what we got for the month of April. PlayStation Plus, non Diablo. As mentioned, Diablo 4 is now on Game Pass. PlayStation Plus now has Immortals of Avium. Immortals of Avium is a completely new game. It's a game. It's a new game in the sense that it's an action adventure game from Ascendant Studio. These developers are publishing their games under the EA Originals label. The game looks like a big, bombastic AAA game, but without the bloated open world. Despite its generic name, it may
if it's
not look cool at
EA,
first glance.
if it's EA, I'm skeptical.
It's a great game, and I had a great time with this one. It's a regular adventure game that you play through start to finish. It's a new game with new lore, new characters, and some fun action. If you like single player action games, it's a must not miss. It is free on PlayStation Plus if you have it. This game has no
Yeah,
gun, but the spell combat works almost the same way. The game has some awesome side quests and epic boss battles. This is a game I'd recommend to people to buy at some point, but cherry on the top, it's available on PlayStation Plus.
I've still yet to get PlayStation Plus.
Oh,
I'm
really?
waiting. Yeah, well, I haven't played with anybody online, so it seems pointless to spend money on PlayStation Plus if I don't have anybody to play with online right now.
Well, if you, that's
Well,
one
there's
aspect of it.
free
That's one
games, true,
cool
but I don't want
aspect
to
of it.
play the free games. If I don't want to play the free games, then it
Yeah, if
doesn't
you get the
matter.
middle plate, like there's three tiers of PlayStation. If you get the
Yeah,
middle one, you get like hundreds and hundreds of games available. So it's just kind of cool to just kind of surf through games like, surfing on Netflix looking for something to watch. You can go through hundreds of games that are all
yeah,
free. And if you get them while they're in the thing, they can leave it and you can still have it. Like if they leave PlayStation Plus as a title,
yeah, yeah,
you
yeah.
still have it in your system. You just have to have PlayStation Plus to
Yeah,
play it.
I've got a shit ton of games on my PS4 from when I was subscribed to PlayStation Plus for years,
Oh, so you
and then
do
I
have it.
then I switched over to the PC and I'd let my subscription go because why would I keep it? I
Right.
never played it anymore. And now that I got the PS5, I'm back to that. But like, if I the
Now you
first
don't want to
time,
still pay for it, really.
yeah, the first time my buddy, I have a buddy that wants to play on PlayStation, multiplayer or whatever, then where I have to buy it, then I will. But until then, like, if I want other games, I'm gonna get them on my PC. So right now, the PS5 is basically for exclusives. So I'm playing Rise of the Ronin, which is PS5 exclusive, and then Stellar Blade comes out in a couple weeks, and it'll be a PS5 exclusive. And those are the main games. Now, down the road, I've been thinking about doing. So when Stellar Blade comes out, I was thinking about doing Stellar Sundays, and that would be my third
Oh,
streaming day of the week where I stream Stellar Blade until I beat it, and then I'll call it Sony Sundays, and I'll just
nice.
play PlayStation
Sony
games
games
on
on
Sunday.
PlayStation.
And then if I throw another stream in throughout the week where I play PC games with people, like jump in with Helldivers or whatever,
Yeah.
I may do that again.
Community.
But
That's a
that's a
great idea.
yeah. So I got Makeshift Mondays, podcast IA Thursdays. We'll do Sony Sundays, and then so that's 3 days a week. Uh, and then I'll try to throw in a fourth day at some point, just streaming other gaming with other people. We've talked about doing the Dune Awakening game. I would like to stream it. Of course, I'll probably play it as well as on the even the days that I'm not streaming, I'll probably play it. But as you know, I'm trying to start another business right now,
Right.
and we'll see how much time I actually have if I end up getting busy with this business. So
Well, there's a lot of good PlayStation titles, man. So there'll be a lot.
yeah, no, yeah, there's a bunch of stuff. And like,
Minecraft Legends, new Diablo style Minecraft game.
yeah,
Also
I
on
saw
PlayStation
this.
Plus.
Yeah,
Skull the Hero Slayer,
I'm looking at it now.
also on PlayStation.
I miss Sifu. I should have. Sifu was a really good one. The Witch Queen DLC for Destiny was out. Excuse me. Anyway.
And Monster Hunter Wilds reportedly fully open world and coming in Q1 of 2025.
Oh well, that makes sense.
Monster Hunter.
That tracks because most of the time Capcom releases their games in February, March. Most Capcom big releases are all February, March. So if you watch, what did they release this year? They released it was that Dino game that did like Exo Primal, I think.
Oh yeah.
It did not go over super well.
Oh, I haven't heard anything about it.
Uh,
I mentioned Cyberpunk earlier. Cyberpunk 2077 has generated $752 million in revenue.
Dragon's Dogma, March. That was the big Capcom release.
Oh yeah, Dragon's Dogma. Duh. What was I?
Yeah.
How did I not remember that? Because they introduced micro purchases in the game.
Which
we talked about that.
Well, and come to find out, that's not like you can earn all that stuff just playing the game, or you can buy it ahead of time. And there's been a couple other games that this has been an issue for, and people see this and they do get and I see where they get aggravated. It's a pay to win thing, but you don't have to do it.
Frustrated with Dragon's Dogma. Half of the
fan
base is frustrated, and the other half will eat anything that's Dragon's Dogma.
Well, I mean that's most games are divisive, but there has been some people. There were some performance issues with Dragon's Dogma, like it wasn't optimized very well on PC port. Some people like couldn't even play it at all, like it just wouldn't run.
It's not very good for a game if you can't play it.
Yeah, I mean, I said that was it. They released the server, so I'm trying to see.
Yeah. Almost $800 million Cyberpunk's made. Cyberpunk's Quest director says CD Projekt Red has experimented with generative AI, but there's still a gigantic, really long way to go before AI NPCs are as good as scripted characters. So that could be the beginning of we're seeing all these layoffs. We're seeing so many layoffs in the gaming sector, and we see right here an introduction of generative AI into the gaming sector. So that's pretty interesting. I mean, at some point, I think that you might have a gaming developer's, a traditional gaming developer's job replaced with someone who understands AI and they build AI that makes a game. I mean, that's kind of revolutionary.
Yeah. So this here,
there's a Sora is the name of it, and they make side-crawling games right now. It's not open to the public, but it will be, and that looks pretty fucking interesting. If you just type it in and it makes the game for you.
Well, I mean that's the thing with AI supposedly coming down the pipeline anyway. So, Witcher 4, yeah, won't be reskinned. Witcher 3 will feature new gameplay mechanics, which I mean they should because Witcher 3 came out in 2017, so we're looking at and there's no actual release date. Oh my god, look at Geralt though. Look at this motherfucker. That's bullshit. Wow. So they're probably gonna kill Geralt off and then give strong whammon the fucking lead role, and then the game's gonna tank because everybody's gonna revolt. That's what's gonna happen. I can already tell you that. Yeah, I mean the game needs new mechanics. Like there's no doubt that it needs to be new. Like I said, it's gonna be. I don't think it'll come out in 2027, but like 2026 is not unheard of, not really out of the possibilities for this game. I don't think because there's no release date, and they just officially got staffed up to really start working on the game. Now, like they've been working on it for a while, but like they haven't been fully staffed up to do it. And then now that now that they're completely done with Cyberpunk, they moved over to this this thing. So yeah, man, it's during the Q&A session following the financial report fiscal year 2023, Michael Walakuski, whatever. Joint CEO and CD Projekt Red was asked regarding remaining development time in years for The Witcher 4. In response, he stated that he is unable to give specific time frame because doing so would leading on to the release date. Yeah, so I mean it's um uh, the player should not be expecting The Witcher 3 in new clothing of sorts. He clarified that while the development team is naturally building on the shoulders of what came before it, he has learned that adding new gameplay elements to the mechanics uh, of The Witcher 4 have not been in the studio's previous games. He added doing such things is always a risk, and it's not just repeating. So that's curious. New mechanics or something like in a game that was fairly mechanic heavy. It was kind of Dark Souls like in a way. Like the combat could be pretty brutal. You could get to where it's like 2 hits and you're dead, kind of deal.
Oh.
Um, if and you could crank the difficulty up and down. Though that's kind of where it got. You could play a story mode or whatever. But yeah, man, that's it. That's the news for The Witcher.
I got something on Ascendant. The beta starts tomorrow. It's only going to last 2 days. You can get it on ascendant.com. It's a first-person shooter. It's called an adaptive shooter. PlayFusion has announced that the world's first adaptation shooter, Ascendant.com, has a beta starting very soon, which in fact is tomorrow. Players can sign up on the website to be some of the first players testing out a new multiplayer shooter. As revealed by the team behind the game, Ascendant.com, which was originally called Ascendant Infinity, is getting a beta on PC April 5th and April 6th, lasting only 2 days. However, this should be plenty of time to give you a taste of this upcoming FPS. So it is a first-person shooter. Features the trailer highlighting the 3v3v3v3 action. So
what is it called? What is it called?
Ascendant, Ascendant, Ascendant.com. ASC. Here, I'll type it in the chat.
ASC? Okay, I got you. It's just this fucking weird. Ascendant. Okay, there it is. Ascendant.com. Okay, I got it. I got it.
You'll need to create or log in with the Ascendant.com account, but you can also use your existing Discord account to make an account. And we hope this beta is just the start of the test, as we'd love to spend more than 2 days playing the game. The world's first adaptation shooter.
Squad-based and tactical FPS experience with serious balls.
Serious balls?
That's what it says, man. It says serious balls. Each match is different, with game-changing events and extensive adrenaline-fueled shooter battles set in a dynamic biopunk world, where everything wants to kill you. Fight to secure and extract limited resources, so it's an extraction shooter, to get out with more than just your dignity. Adapt or die. Sign up for the closed beta. Should we watch a trailer?
Let's do it.
This
4 teams of 3 versus each other.
Just in time for a beat.
Loud. I'm gonna turn it down. It's super loud. I'm just gonna turn it. Join. Well, the outfits are stupid. Fine. Be sexy, I guess. This is the hub world. So you can get. These are small ass cars. Did you see that?
Wow, yeah.
Look fucking huge in them. Maybe. Yeah, they're like dune buggies or whatever. So it's like a 2-seater car. Man, geez, okay.
It almost looks like Apex.
Why is this?
The world. I gotta grab my dog.
Jesus. Look at these. What the fuck is this? What the hell is this? We're waiting for Eli to return from fetching his dog. Back. He's back. So, can you see this?
Yeah.
Hi. Where'd Streamlabs go? Yeah, sorry. For the still working? Still working. Yeah, come here. Look. Okay, let me rewind this. Just here. Look at their like zero expression faces. Like they gotta work on the. Like that's like they're just shooting mannequins. Like adapt with no expressions.
You start off as a mannequin, but you slowly
Yeah.
gain expression. Or die.
This kind of looks like a finals type thing, honestly. Oh, she got. Well, she mutated. That's cool. There's a big beastie that you can control, I guess. Okay, so this guy like found one of these buff things and got buff or whatever. Got superpowers now. Battle for Biocores, yeah. So
By the power of Biocore.
it's gonna be like it looks a lot like. Well, I don't know. I mean, it could be cool. I mean, I'd probably check it. I'd probably try it once, maybe. And see, like it could be a cool. No, I just said pause. Our game lobby is a game within a game, a social safe haven where you can create and test new weapons, hone your skills, race vehicles, duel other players. So you got your hub world where you fuck around in and you prepare. Then the only wrong way to play is on your own. Teamwork is the name of the game. A dynamic game map. Well, see that already hurts. You know, if you want, some people don't like team games. Teamwork is the name of the game. Dynamic game map like no other. Every match mixes up the population and locations of vital resources, match altering events, NPCs in the game world areas, resulting in a fresh, rewarding experience game to game. So they
Apex meets Overwatch.
yeah, well, and I guess on like a roguelike map, the map kind of changes stuff, and then the quest changes or whatever. How you do that is up to you. Race immediately to all the resources, hang back and steal the ambush. So there's a PvP thing right there where you have to extract all your resources.
Beta starts tomorrow.
Should we sign up for the closed beta?
Yeah, I'm gonna tab it right now. Ascendant.com. Star. Done. Cool. Indie game developers say the game indie developers. Let's try this one more time. Indie developers say the Game Pass and Epic Games Store Gravy Train is over. Whoa, there was a Gravy Train, and I missed out on it. And I'm a huge fan of Gravy. So one more time, indie developers say that the Game Pass and Epic Games Store Gravy Train is over. For small developers, the compensation Microsoft provides to host a game on Game Pass or what Epic Games pays to keep a title temporarily exclusive to its PC game launcher can be a crucial safety net. However, comments from GDC 2024 indicate that offers from both companies have significantly decreased, suggesting a transition on the horizon. According to the studios behind Slay the Spire and Darkest Dungeon, multiple indie developers at GDC 2024 claim that funding offers from Microsoft and Epic Games have dramatically diminished. The cause is unclear, but the video game market has recently encountered some serious economic headwinds. MegaCrit co-founder Casey Yano stated that at least 5 small developers at the event mentioned numerous budget cuts and funding cancellations from big publishers. In some cases, funding partners pulled out even after year-long negotiations. Yano and Darkest Dungeon director Chris Barassa reported that Microsoft has approached far fewer indies with offers to host their titles on Game Pass. He also mentioned that Epic Games has scaled down its strategy of financing indies in exchange for exclusivity on its storefront. Although the practice of launching games exclusively on the Epic's Game Store is unpopular with many customers who prefer sticking to Steam, it provides some developers with a financial cushion by helping them quickly recoup costs. This extra insurance could be crucial for small teams that might depend on the success of one game. Industry-wide challenges could be to blame. Numerous game companies, including Microsoft and Epic, have contributed to an historic wave of layoffs that we've mentioned week after week here on the podcast, of course. So further cost cutting comes as no surprise. Unfortunately, it's potentially coming at the expense of the smaller studios. So,
Well, I mean, all that means is like, so they're guaranteed sales. Like, basically, the Epic Store and the Game Pass would immediately pay them a chunk of money instead of however many copies they would sell. Because, like, so if they put them on Game Pass and they're free on Game Pass, right? Well, they can't
right.
pay them for each time the game is downloaded, so they just write them a check for, say, okay, well, here's 80 grand or 800 grand or whatever the fuck, you know what I mean? Like, so they can't rely on that source of income anymore because people are moving away from that model. So now they actually going to have to actually sell their game. Uh, so they're actually going to have to do
Right.
marketing instead of just like pitching the game to Microsoft or Epic Store and them paying you for it. Now they're actually going to have to market to more people and shit. So
Even with the lack of indie progress, though, still both services are showing signs of progress. Epic is preparing to launch its store on iOS, the Apple platform in Europe, after Apple banned and then unbanned the company following the debut of the European Union's Digital Markets Act. So that was pretty big, I guess. I had just reading about that. I don't know, pay attention. Game Pass recently received Diablo 4, as we mentioned just a few seconds ago. That's going to be the first major addition resulting from Microsoft's 69 billion acquisition of Blizzard. So maybe there's some strategy there.
so here's the game releases for April right
Ooh, what we got?
now. Withering Rooms, Beat Slayer, Pathfinder, Gallowspire Survivor, Freedom Planet 2, Turbo Golf Racing, Biomorph, no idea what that is, Sons of Valhalla, Children of the Sun, Gigantic Rampage Edition. It's a port. What is that? We had to look some of these games up.
Let's look up Pathfinder.
Pathfinder is that's already a game, right? That's just like
Game offers choice of fighter, wizard, or rogue with the unique powers and playstyles.
Yeah, it's Pathfinder. So that was a Diablo-like game, right?
I don't know.
Fairly sure. Fairly sure. Oops, wrong thing. No, that's wrong. Where the hell? So yeah, so curious about Turbo Golf Racing.
My fucking eye. Final Fantasy. Oh yeah, so a lot of people are late to games. If you're late to Final Fantasy VII, you still haven't got Rebirth. Happy Rebirth Day, because no one's officially platinumed it yet. It's impossible to platinum it yet for digital players, that is. And that comes down to a side quest bug. According to multiple sources, the bug sees a late game side quest fail to register, and so that also affects tons of other side quests in the game. While this frustration is not fixed currently as of this, which was only 2 days ago, that means everybody who's playing it on PC, no one's actually been able to platinum it yet. So if you want to be the first one, just sit tight. Just sit tight. Tekken 8 Battle Pass announced. Join Season Pass and in-game store for monetization. So we're seeing some micro purchases being introduced to Tekken 8. Jim Ryan says PS5 is well on track to be Sony's most successful console ever. I know we've talked about the death of Xbox and how the console war has been decidedly won. At this point, we're in the rebuilding phase after Germany's done it twice. We've got to rebuild, and that's currently what we saw Xbox doing with mentioning that they're focusing on their battle pass options and getting their games on other platforms instead of the exclusivity, which obviously didn't work out. Elden Ring, you got stuff?
Well, I was trying to figure out where my Aya picture went. Like it's just here now.
I'm gonna keep rambling then. Let me know when
It's still showing in. Well, it's just not. I don't know. It's still showing in fucking Streamlabs. Streamlabs is
but
being
it's
a
not on the
giant
actual
piece of shit.
stream.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking at it now. I just noticed, but like, the picture is
I don't know how
there.
long she's been gone. Elden Ring publishers quietly dropped these 3 free games on
Yeah, I got it
Steam,
back.
and these games are Toronko Wenko.
Oh yeah, that's the one where you play as a. Ironically, you play as a Pomeranian that tries to mess up your owner's house.
Yeah, that is a little doggy, isn't it? I was wondering what that little thing was. Boomer Road. Boomer Road is an indie action and adventurous game developed by Bandai Namco. The company's game published Elden Ring like Tekken. This game has a rating of 9 out of 10 on Steam. Boomer Road is a game that will make you feel like you're playing a video game on your Nintendo Switch. The graphics and gameplay feel like The Legend of Zelda. The game was released on the same day as the release of Tatanka. Sorry. The gameplay revolves around an ancient ruin site where the player slides through the vast skies in search of artifacts. So the third game is Not a Lot, Notolot. The free-to-play robot hacking game released on the 26th as well. We can't say that all of these free-to-play games were released on that date. The game received a rating of 8 out of 10 on Steam. It's a cute and easy-to-play puzzle game. The game is short, cute, and free-to-play. What's there not to like? In the beginning, you may have trouble changing the language of the game as it comes in Japanese by default. So there's some other games from Elden Ring makers Bandai Namco. Ark Survival Ascended DLC to be released at 4 p.m. That was 3 days ago.
Well, where is Ark 2? I thought they were supposed to do Ark 2 already. And they keep releasing more DLC for Ark?
They're like, you know what? Ark 2 is really just part of Ark 1 now that we think about it. Let's cut it up into pieces and
I mean, come on, guys. Come on, man. What the hell? Okay, so I got here rumors. We got rumors. Rumors suggest Sony may reveal Ghost of Tsushima 2 soon at the State of Play or Showcase event. Fans have been eagerly awaiting the sequel after success of the original Ghost of Tsushima. The possibility of the eventual sequel announcement is high, but fans should take leaked information with caution. Sony could reveal the existence of Ghost of Tsushima 2 at State of Play or PlayStation Showcase event soon. According to recent
they're
rumors.
hyping those damn State of Plays up already. Oh
yeah, man. Yeah, dude. Now the leaker Silk Knight spelled it, isn't it? No, that's right. It just looks. The leaker Silk Knight revealed that Sucker Punch Productions was originally set to announce a new game last year, but something changed.
Oh my!
And the announcement could now be happening in the coming months, considering Ghost of Tsushima's popularity and the upcoming movie. What?
Oh,
wait a minute. What?
Tell me more. Side quest. Did we just hit a side quest on the podcast? Holy shit.
Well, I skipped this paragraph. The original Ghost of Tsushima released on PS4 and PS5 back in 2020 and was a huge hit. Ghost of Tsushima sold over 9.7 million copies.
Holy shit.
Becoming one of Sony's fastest selling games due to this success. Fans have been asking for a sequel for a while. And then, of course, it just dropped on PC too. So there's a PC port now.
Right.
After I bought a PS5 and replayed it.
Well, you'll be geared up for that. I'm sure the 2 will be PlayStation.
Well, yeah.
Exclusive.
Sucker Punch could be working on Ghost of Tsushima 2 or something else entirely. Well, I mean, obviously they're going to be working on something, and it could be a sequel to their very popular game, or it just could be something else. Yeah, no fucking duh.
It's funny.
Yeah, man, that would be fucking sweet, dude. As still probably of the last several years, Ghost of Tsushima was still my top game that's come out. Like I enjoyed Elden Ring.
Game.
I enjoyed Elden Ring. It does.
I think that's why you like the Ronin game so much.
That was exactly why I was like, I want another samurai game. And that's why I wanted Rise of the Ronin. Exactly why.
NC Soft confirms Guild Wars 3 is in development. It's been over a decade since Guild Wars 2 was launched. In the year since its 2012 PC debut, the team has released several expansions and updates, with the latest being 2023's Secret of the Obscure, with 2 more expansions still in the works set to launch this year and in 2025, respectively. Guild Wars 2 players aren't hurting for new content. That's why the new ArenaNet is working on a proper third game in the series came as a shock. News of this from NCSoft shareholder meeting, reported by Korean outlet Inven, and was translated by Reddit user Sidious, in which the publisher's co-CEO Park, I'm not going to try to pronounce that name, Byung-moo, casually name-dropped Guild Wars 3 while discussing the franchise. He confirmed the game is in development, didn't offer any information besides that. So Guild Wars fans have a reason to be further content with their Guild Wars games, because there's a lot of stuff there. Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel downloads topped 60 million 3 days ago. So Yu-Gi-Oh! Fans still thriving in their little bubble of Yu-Gi-Oh! Happiness. And that's great to hear. Dragon Dogma 2 sales topped 2.5 million units. That's 2.5 million units. So no wonder they're capitalizing on their freaking micro purchase games, even if
that's not it.
Even if 0.001% of the people bite, that's
a shit ton of money, yeah, it's fine. 2.7 is I mean, that's a pretty good number for, it's only been out for a month now.
I know you're not a fan of or Blizzard, but StarCraft 2, my all-time favorite game. It's hands down the highest rated game of all time. Some people say it's the best video game that's ever been made. That's actually has been updated recently. That's right. StarCraft 2 5.0.13 has an update, which is
who cares?
A lot of people care. I care.
Nobody cares.
Who cares. That's a quick answer of who cares.
Nobody cares.
That's freaking that's a whole bunch of stuff has been changed in the game. So if anyone is a fan, definitely check that out. Just Google StarCraft 2 update. There's so much stuff. I don't want to bore Chase here with
a boring ass game.
But literally, if you're a StarCraft fan, you're going to be super, super stoked for changes in the game. And there's a lot of them. Let me tell you that. There's a lot of changes.
Shift Up is already looking to their next game already. Stellar Blade creator. Stellar Blade developers' next game will be a cross-platform, next-gen action RPG.
Cross-platform. Okay, so it doesn't matter what you're playing on.
Right.
Next generation. So that'll be the PlayStation 5 and the new Xbox and PCs?
I don't know. I don't know if it means next gen, like PS6 next gen, because the PS5 is running on its 4th year now, I think.
Shit, son.
So you've only got, and most console cycles are between 7 and 9 years, most of them. So the PS4 was 2014, and then the PS5 was, I think, 2021. 2020, 2021. So that's 6 to 7 years. So most console generations are 7 years, and we're already
so far behind,
over halfway through the PS5's current one. Well, and
I was pricing PlayStation 1s today. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, my buddy they have a gaming store, and he said I was talking about how our 64 Nintendo 64 is affordable, and he said Nintendo 64s and GameCubes are out of all the retro stuff to try to get, those are the most expensive. And he said your best bet is to get a PlayStation 2 because you can play PlayStation 1 games on it, and those games are not expensive. And I was like, all right, good to know.
Yeah, old games old though, man. Who would want to play that buggy looking pixelated shit at this point?
It depends if there's any titles that you really, really like. Like for instance, fucking Lara Croft. If you like
yeah, they just remastered all of that shit right now. Like you can get a remastered version right now. That also has the original. That also has the original graphics.
And
you can play either or.
Job with that remaster. Actually, they visually, it's amazing. Lara Croft. Speaking of Tomb Raider, Lara Croft was voted the most iconic video game character, beating out Mario and Sonic. The adventure is now 30 years old, and
I don't know. I mean, I don't know who voted in that, but it feels like that's not definitely Mario is definitely the more iconic one.
It's a BAFTA poll of more than 4,000 gamers from around the world. Yeah, I've never heard of BAFTA. Croft beat Nintendo.
BAFTA is
into second place.
Well, it's the like Screen Actors Guild Award or whatever.
Fuck, who do you think is third? Try guess. I know I mentioned Sonic, but who do you think is third place?
You said Sonic, but so it's Laura, Mario, and then what? Master Chief or something?
Agent 47 from the Hitman
Oh
series.
well, okay. That game's pretty popular. Has been around for a long time.
Master Chief did make it in the top 10 along with Sonic, Link, and Pac-Man.
Let me read this article here. The next game from Stellar Blade developer Shift Up will be a cross-platform, next-gen action role-playing game based on latest information. The recruitment section of the official website of Stellar Blade developer Shift Up states that its forthcoming next-gen project is a cross-platform action role-playing game. I'm trying to figure out what action role-playing game would that be like.
That's like the new Final Fantasy Rebirth, where
Right.
you know,
Well, I mean, I
but
think
you actually
no, it's not turn based. That doesn't mean turn
well,
based.
it's semi turn
No,
but
what?
like you get in there and fight.
Okay,
And
so they've been adding RPG elements to almost every game now. So almost every game can be considered an action RPG. The last several Assassin's Creed games are action RPGs because you have a leveling system and all this and a gear system or whatever. So I mean, it could be that. It could be a Elden Ring is or Dark Souls is considered action RPG, I think. So that's why I'm saying when they say action RPG, it's such a broad thing. It doesn't necessarily just mean Final Fantasy like games. Although Final Fantasy like games is what kind of started that category. The reason I mention this is because it's so broad now that it encompasses so many things in the action RPG genre. Um, there's not just action games anymore. All action games are action RPG games now. So that's why I wonder when I say, it's pretty broad. Well,
I want an action RPG game simulator.
well, I'm sure they make one. So what I say cross-platform. So if it's cross-platform, it means it's going to be multiplayer.
Almost like I'm really in an RPG action game right now. It's
Uh,
a great simulator.
Cross-platform will mean it'll be multiplayer. So there'll be a
Yeah.
multiplayer element to it, whether it be like Dark Souls or whatever. And it could honestly stem off of Stellar Blade because Stellar Blade is supposedly Souls-like in like the way you fight bosses and stuff.
Really?
From what I'm hearing. Uh, okay, candidates for the position of a technical artist are expected to have an understanding of the Unreal Engine pipeline, suggesting that the game will be developed in either UE4 or UE5. Furthermore, listing the position of the character concept artist suggests that the game will feature an anime aesthetic, which is kind of what they're known for at this point. Stellar Blade is an anime aesthetic, but it's a Final Fantasy anime
Yes.
style kind of. Whereas you can see Nikkei is very, very Final Fantasy or very anime.
Anime. Yeah.
Anime aesthetic, meanwhile, listing for the animator hints the game will feature a stylish action. The job description for the position, the screenwriter states the new recruit will do a scenario writing work within an urban sci-fi action role-playing game genre. Additionally, candidates for the position of monster concept artist will receive preferential treatment for the high level understanding of sci-fi mech designs. Okay, so this makes me wonder because I have played a little bit of Nikkei. I tried it out. My buddies were playing it on stream, and Nikkei is a gotcha where you roll and try to get pretty hot girls that shoot. But the main enemies are these mechs that you. I'm wondering if they're gonna take Nikkei as a gotcha game and turn it into an action RPG game where you actually play as. That's a cool idea. I mean, it could be a wholly original thing too. Like, but that. I mean, that's just a speculation from me. Um, these details suggest the next project will be sci-fi role-playing game featuring monsters, mechs, and a stylish action in an urban setting, which is like Nikkei takes place in like a post-apocalyptic style urban setting. Stellar Blade, I think, takes place in kind of the same style setting.
Yeah.
The setting doesn't sound too different from one scene in Stellar Blade. Previously, it was revealed that among the selection suits available in Stellar Blade is an NSFW suit called Skin Suit. It is stated in the equipment menu as a penalty for equipping this suit. Those who wish to play the game in the skin suit equipped will need to prepare themselves for a more challenging gameplay experience, as the protagonist will no longer have a shield. This in turns means that she will take instant damage when getting hit. Yeah, well, I think the skin suit is like the base layer, and then all the other suits are different styles of armor. Uh, which the skin suit, honestly, it looks flesh tone, but it's just like a brown suit. Like if you actually look at it, it's just like a brown suit, so it's not actually that pretty. But well, I don't know. It's I did notice it showed the screen like the armor rating for the skin suits like 0 or whatever. But I mean, once it hits PC and the modders get a hold of it, bro.
Oh yeah, that skin gonna be popping.
I'm dude, I'm excited. I've been wanting to play it, and honestly, it's mostly just to give a big fuck you to everybody that's because IGN has come out and bashed this game, like several different like IGN France and IGN whatever the fuck who gives a shit. Have come out and bashed this game saying, "Oh, the protagonist is too unrealistic," and the game. One of them said the game developer's never seen a woman, and like it shows a picture of his wife who's designing the outfits for the character. It's just really pretty Korean woman. That's the developer's, the CEO's wife or whatever, and she's making the outfits for the character in Stellar Blade. She's like an actual designer in the game, and then the actual character itself, it showed the live model that they all of her 3D rendering and stuff was based off of an actual Korean model that it showed her. So it's an actual person. Like, yeah, like they've accentuated some stuff. It's a video game. Why wouldn't they? But it's not. Out of here, bug.
Yeah. Um, Utah in the news, of course. The Intelligent Aces podcast has a huge fan base in Utah. We do really well in that time slot. And so we have to talk about what's going on in Utah. Utah is now topping the gaming news. Of course, the University of Utah tops in game development education, taking the #1 slot in the nation for game development. So, with tonight's topic being toxic gamers ahead, of course, it's interesting to note that the #1 gaming education facility in the country is in Utah. Well, you think of Utah, you think of Mormons. You definitely don't think of toxic games being released and creating that environment. But in fact, it is the #1 gaming capital for education in this industry. They've worked pretty hard to get there with master's degrees, topping, and that's looking at master's degrees in gaming development education. But that's not all Utah is in the news for this week. In gaming, of course, you are in for a shocker, and the esports industry grows even further as video games are now an officially sanctioned sport
I saw this.
in the state of Utah, with Utah High School Activities Association on Monday adding a new sport in the state, and students don't even have to be athletic to participate. And that's right. For all you 300-pounders out there, it's your time to shine, baby. No longer are the quarterbacks and the cheerleaders going to be the top athletes in the school. That's right. Esports for high schools. Its decision is
Yeah, that sounds
a
terrible. It's a terrible
the
idea.
association's effort to provide increased opportunities for student
Terrible
engagement.
idea. Why is
Esports
Aya keep
generally
disappearing, bro? Like every
multiplayer
time I
games.
switch this, Aya disappears. What the fuck is happening?
Esports, generally competitive multiplayer video games that may or not be related to traditional sports, have been rising in popularity among young people in the advent of the internet and streaming websites such as Twitch and YouTube. Some popular titles include NBA 2K, FIFA, and Overwatch. People have become professional esports players, and there are several tournaments that occur throughout the world. In Utah, esports will begin as a sanctioned sport in the 2025-2026 school year, per a news release. Esports provides a unique avenue for student engagement and competition, and we believe it has the potential to enrich the high school experience for a wide range of students.
Game rant, get fucked, bro. Get fucking
42
bent.
high schools will participate. We believe that esports has the power to bring students together in new and exciting ways, fostering teamwork, strategic thinking, and leadership skills. By embracing esports as an official activity, we hope to provide students with opportunities for growth and personal development, both on and off the virtual battlefield. I think it's a good thing. I think people are going to be gaming regardless. Why not incorporate anything you can to get people in school and to get people motivated for education? I think it's a great idea. I know locally, the university where I live was the first university in the nation to introduce graduating programs in being a content creator in social media.
Oh,
So if
being a tool bag? Come on, man.
well,
That's not a thing.
you can be a tool bag, but listen, there's ways to go about it, and I think that it's a great opportunity. And I think that for
It's
people who
not.
are
It's not a
interested
great
in that,
opportunity. It's not.
I
That's a
think for
terrible
people who are
idea. That's a terrible
interested
idea.
in that avenue, I think it's
No.
great. China's doing it. Other
Who
countries are doing
cares
it.
what
We're
China?
way behind
Who
in that
cares?
sector.
That's terrible.
And once
Let
we
me look.
start applying it
No,
outside of
no.
video
This is a
games,
bad. This is a bad take. Bad call.
tell me why. Tell me why.
Let me tell you why. So we were talking about how we're gonna have games in schools and shit like that. Bad take. No, games are rewards and it's a hobby. And it is my hobby, and it is, and I will not deny that. That is true. But I work to, and I do my shit to play games. And it, now, as a streamer and stuff like that, if I ever got popular, if I ever put the effort in or whatever, and it happened, which is a fucking 1 in a million thing, it's not a guaranteed thing.
So
I don't
sports should
care.
be removed from
I'm,
schools, is what you're saying?
I'm saying gaming, sports, actual sports.
Yeah, why can't that be? That's a reward for people who enjoy it.
Enjoy watching it, yes, but I'm talking about
No,
people who
people
play.
who enjoy playing it.
Well, but it's a sense of building teamwork and making friends and stuff like that. Gaming's not so much like because you isolate yourself. It's very
It
different.
sounds like they're focusing on team dynamics.
It's very different.
Strategic thinking,
No,
and
that's
leadership
not.
skills.
No, that's not it. And then we
I
were
think-
talking.
I don't think they're just gonna let.
And then we were
kids
talking
go
about
to
a degree-
class for
a degree
hours
in-
on Minecraft by themselves.
A degree in social media, social influencing, or whatever the fuck. That's a terrible idea too. No, fuck no. If you want to do it and you work at it or whatever, and you want to be a content creator, that's one thing. But getting a degree in this shit, spending money at a college to get a degree in this shit, it's
What if you
terrible.
don't know how to do it, and you start.
Then you don't.
how
Then
are
you fucking YouTube it, bro. You look it up online.
Everyone's YouTubing it though.
So what? So fucking what? Come up with an original idea. Like, I mean, you can't cut and paste the next fucking Asmongold. It's not how it works. Asmongold is a lucky motherfucker because he's an ugly, messy man that has a 50,000K stream every single time he streams, and his YouTube videos for his whatever opinions hit 100,000 to a million views. Each one of those videos do that. But he's like any other guy like him. I don't think that would ever take off. Just another messy guy that lives in a messy house, and all he does is play World of Warcraft in other games now. But like that's all he did. But I don't think that's not a formula you can follow. It's just a fucking luck of the draw thing, luck of the algorithm thing. There's ways to manipulate shit. True, there's ways to get in and work toward that stuff. But like setting a degree in it, no. Honestly, and that goes back to most college things anyway, where I say that most colleges shouldn't offer most of the degrees that they offer.
But yeah, but look at all these people who spent tons and tons of time and money to become a gaming developer and then end up getting laid off when they land their dream job because they got bought out by another company. I mean, that was a smart, responsible avenue.
I don't even know if that's. I don't think it's a smart, responsible avenue to invest your time in.
One of the hugest industries.
It's true. That's true. I agree with you. It definitely is. There's a lot of money in it. But the thing is, so now you've got these skills and you got laid off. I also say that right now is the easiest time to make a game. And I'm not a game developer. I'm not. But with the tools and shit that are out there, with your already having connections in that industry, why not make your own game? Look at Pal World. Pal World started out as 4 guys. Is like, hey man, let's make a fun game about like Pokemon style shit, and they made that shit for nothing. And now the last thing that they've said is like, we've got so much money, we don't even know what to do with it. Like we don't know. I mean, just make a fun fucking game. Like I don't get it, man. You know,
they should be
all these people that got laid off, all these people
Ubisoft laid off 45 people.
Yeah, I saw that. All these people that's been laid off, they should all be like, hey man, well, fuck, that sucked. You guys want to go make a game? We're all fucking game designers. Let's go make a fucking game. That way we don't have Microsoft or Ubisoft or EA breathing down our necks saying what we can and cannot put it. Let's just make our own shit that we want to play. and then other people
Ubisoft,
want to play.
the game Rogue Prince of Persia will be released later this year by
I saw
Ubisoft.
that. I saw
Early
that.
access on Steam.
But they're saying I saw this deal here where it's saying that June 10th there's supposed to be a big Ubisoft event, I guess. Well, so I mean, it could be the new Assassin's Creed game is supposed to be announced this year. Maybe a new Far Cry game. What does fucking Ubisoft have? They have Tom Clancy game. Uh, they just had Ghost Recon, right? Or did they have? They didn't have Rainbow Six. Did they have Rainbow Six Siege?
I don't know.
I don't remember if Ubisoft put that one out or not. I don't remember.
No, because you can get Rainbow Six Siege on Steam, not on Ubisoft Connect.
Well, you can get most Ubisoft games on Steam
Oh,
right now
really?
too. Yeah, yeah,
Oh, I
most
didn't
of
know
them are
that.
on there. Like they were initially released um, on the Ubisoft store, but now you can get pretty much all of them on Steam.
Nice.
But yeah, no. So I'm curious. Like, so more Ubisoft games coming out this year. Like I said, your big ones is which they got to do something because they fucked hard on the Skull and Bones, man. They fucking died hard on that shit. It did not do, and I don't know why they released it, man. I really don't. Did you see this? So this was 22 hours ago, but like Stellar Blade Dev gifted 260 staff a PS5 following the game's PS showcase. So all 260 staff a PS5 following the game's PS showcase appearance in 2021. Stellar Blade was revealed as Project E back in 2021, and then Sony, yeah, Sony did. So that's kind of cool. It's like, man, yeah, Sony's gonna help us out. They buy a whole bunch of fucking PS5 so everybody can play the game, and also probably to test shit out on it too. I mean, that's probably honestly what it was for. But
PC and console growth to lag pre-pandemic levels as gamers clock in fewer hours. Well, no fucking duh. People aren't stuck in the house.
yeah, yeah, for sure. I've honestly been playing less games. I've been trying to do more stuff. Like I still enjoy playing games, but like I don't feel like I'm
Oh, I'm
sitting there for
misreading
hours and
this.
hours.
I'm misreading this. Personal computing and console gaming revenue growth is expected to remain below pre-pandemic levels through 2026 as gamers record fewer hours of gameplay, according to research firm Newzoo. The market is expected to grow 2.7% from 2023 to 2026, below the 7.2% growth rate from 2015 to 2021. Gamers have been recording fewer hours of play, with the average quarterly playtime falling 26% from 2021 to 2023. So actually, during COVID, or no, COVID was 2019.
I want to bring
So
this up. I want to bring this up. This is not gaming related. So I saw this deal. This is happening in the Netherlands. Soraya Terbeek, 28-year-old woman from the Netherlands, will undergo euthanasia in May due to severe mental health challenges. Terbeek has stated that she has struggled with her depression, autism, and borderline personality disorder throughout her life. After doctors informed Terbeek that there was no additional treatment options, she made the decision to pursue euthanasia, a legal option in the Netherlands. Despite having a boyfriend, pets, Terbeek's life will voluntarily come to an end May 2024. So this is the shit that's happening around the world. Canada has been doing this stuff here recently too. Uh, I don't. You're 28. Oh, I'm so depressed. I don't get it. I don't understand what's happening. Sorry, I just wanted to bring that story up. Suicide is never a good thing, but it's like, fuck's sake, man. I just don't get it. I
I think that
talk to somebody else.
story
Find a
is
better boyfriend.
more.
I don't know. Find something. To me,
I think that story is more easily consumed in the U.S., but I'm almost 100% certain that she's a rarity in her society. I mean, they're a pretty well kept culture and pretty low
maybe.
crime, low mental health problems. I mean, it's a society that definitely has their shit together. So
Yeah.
I don't. I think that that option is there, and she's exploiting it. I think that option is there, and it was voted in and part of their society for people who have terminal cancer, for people who are terminally ill and have no treatment, instead of living out in complete and utter suffering on painkillers until they eventually pass. From a lot of them are passing from organ failures because they've been so heavily sedated, in order just to suppress the pain from their terminal diseases. So I think that for people like that, that could be an option that the family, decides
Yeah,
to
I mean
for
that's
somebody.
something. Yeah, that's something for sure. That's if
But
it's
I think she's
terminal or whatever.
exploiting that.
But this is I'm depressed. I'm too sad. I'm not even 30 yet.
I
I don't.
think
I have nothing to live for.
exploiting it. I think
Uh,
she's exploiting it. It's an advanced
well,
society, in my opinion,
no.
and
But that's the thing, man. In May, this girl's gonna be dead. She's gonna be dead. Like exploiting what?
she's
What's
exploiting the law to get to legally be
who?
able to be
I'm
dead.
not. I'm not. That's. I don't care about the law or whatever. That's not the issue. The issue is a 28-year-old woman doesn't have anything to fucking live for. That's the issue. I don't care about the law. I don't care about what country she's in. Uh, to me, it's like if you can't, you literally can't help this girl. Like there's no way to talk her out of it. Like nothing else you could do. There's literally nothing. Like well, we've tried everything. We tried the pills, and that's it. Didn't work. Well, yeah, I guess if you want to kill yourself, kill yourself. I mean, that's so fucking fucked up to me. I don't know, man. Like my life's pretty hard for the most part. It's hard and it's not at the same time. Like I don't ever think about. I mean, I don't. I mean, like I always want to do better. Like I always want to do more, and I think that's what most humans should strive to do is try to do more with their life. Like I'm almost I'm pushing 40 right now. A couple years till I'm 40, but
Horrible to think that in May she's going to be dead, but taking it back to gaming news, Saber Interactive CEO says KOTOR remake is alive and well
yeah, I
and
saw
will be
that.
coming out.
Well, that's a weird transition. We could have transitioned differently.
Still in a galaxy far, far away, Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic remake is one of gaming's most elusive projects. Announced in 2021, long-awaited remake has changed hands multiple times, seemingly stopped development and restarted again after 6 years. Is yet to manifest. Fortunately, we have a real, concrete update on what's going on. That's right. Saber Interactive is still working on it, but according to the CEO, it is alive and well. Speaking to IGN in an interview today, Saber Interactive CEO, that dude, confirmed that the company took KOTOR with it during its split from Embracer Group and that the game is still in active development. I am a huge fan of KOTOR. Uh, I watch people play the old one. It's still a great game. It's clear and it's obvious that we're working on this. I can't wait. One of my favorite scenes is it's like if you play this one scene wrong, you get you're on trial essentially. If you make the wrong choices, then they hold you guilty and immediately you get executed. It's fucking hilarious, the game transition. I can't wait to see that scene in the new remake. It's been in the press numerous times. What I will say is that
What
the game is alive and well, and we're dedicated to making sure we exceed consumer expectations.
KOTOR, Knights of the
Yeah,
Old
KOTOR.
Republic?
Yeah,
Man, too little, too
Jedi.
late.
Camp.
You're way too late. Too late. Star Wars is a dead franchise. Dead franchise. Too little,
Someone's
too late.
calling me on Discord right now.
Uh, yeah, man. That should have come out 20 years. That game came out 20 years ago on the original Xbox. 20 plus years ago.
Well, it did come out like 20 years ago.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, and now they're doing a remake 20 years later. Like, I, there's gonna be people. There's people still playing the original one. Like, they really like that game. But I'm telling
Yeah,
you
my
right
buddy
now
just
that
played it.
like it's Star Wars will be a dead franchise unless they do. I don't think Disney's gonna do anything to fucking keep Star Wars going for a while. They've beat the shit out of that.
I
Nobody
think Star
cares
Wars
anymore.
fans are. I think it'll be around for a long time.
I don't know.
It's a huge industry. Atari bought Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 for $7
Yeah,
million.
yeah, $7 million.
Video game publisher Atari bought the rights to Roller Coaster Tycoon 3 from developer Frontier for $7 million. The deal means Atari will be considered the game's publisher going forward and is now the sole publisher of all cancel and
7 years.
Sole publisher.
Seven.
All the good ones and the bad ones.
The
And
Roller
the
Coaster
Veterans Theme
Tycoon.
Park Sim series. 25th anniversary of Time.
Slaying Crows coming in and farting on us in the stream.
Oh, he got a fart. Yo, what's up, Slaying Crows?
7 years into its legendary comeback, No Man's Sky claws back another 1% on its Steam review score. I never thought it possible,
Yes.
but guys, we might hit very positive one day.
I just seen that they've introduced basically everything that there is to like about Starfield into No Man's Sky, including ship
basically.
customization and a whole bunch of cool ass fucking shit. So I go back on my fucking high horse and say that Starfield is a big load of shit, and No Man's Sky is better.
So we've got a Future Game Show Summer Showcase. That is a fucking mouthful of a title. Future Game Show Summer Showcase 2024 to broadcast Saturday, June 8th. Tune in to discover over 40 exciting upcoming games on PS5, Xbox, Switch, and PC in our most ambitious showcase yet.
What day is that?
June 8th, Saturday, June 8th. Got a few months.
Yeah, buddy.
It's Games Radar's showcase, I guess. Yep. The Games Radar is going to have their own digital showcase. And I think that may be the thing where the Ubisoft is going to be announcing.
Nice. Some other games that are coming out that we should mention, that because just for value's sake, if you have Amazon Prime, there of course Amazon Prime Gaming is a thing. So there are some titles, 12 new titles this month coming out. If you're Amazon Prime member, April 4th we get Chivalry 2, Faraway 2, Jungle Escape, and Black Desert. On the 11th we get Drawn.
What's up, Bush?
Trail
Welcome in.
of Shadows, Faraway 3. Yo, what's up, Bush? Faraway 3, Arctic Escape, Fallout 76 is by far the highlight this month. That will be on the 11th.
What is it?
Fallout. If you have Amazon Gaming, that's going to be a free game for you.
Oh, more Amazon has a gaming? I didn't even know they had a gaming thing.
Yeah, if you have Amazon Prime, you get automatically get.
Have you know? Well, they've changed some. I don't know. They've changed some stuff around too. Where you noticed? Do you have Amazon Prime? Do you have Amazon?
No, I have my aunt's Amazon Prime.
Yeah. Do you use the video service?
Yeah.
So they added
the live TV.
They added ads into their
well, it's
shows.
Freeview. It's free. It's the Freeview stuff has ads.
Yeah, but the whole point was you pay for Prime and you get a video service, and now they're adding ads to it. It's turning so.
Yeah, it's
internet TV is turning into terrestrial TV again, which I just means I wish I've been doing internet TV for fucking how long? Since 2010, I think. So I just kind of wish everybody else would have stayed away.
Another title coming out on the 11th, Amazon Prime, Demon's Tilt, not Tit. On the 18th, Rose Riddle, the Fairy Tale Detective, and Dexter Stardust Adventures in Outer Space. And on the 25th, Living Legends Fallen Sky, Vlad Circus, Descend into Madness, and Tiny Robots Recharge. That's just regular Amazon Gaming. If you're Amazon Prime member, you also get a few extra games through the Amazon Luna channel as Earthworm Jim 2, Smurfs Car, Airhead Sail Forth, and Metronomicon. Sounds like a church game to me. And that's actually, I had a shit ton of tabs open, but we are at an hour and 19 minutes, so I feel a little good about it. That's everything that I was able to scope out.
Yeah, I think between me and you, I think we found most of the stuff. There's a couple other things here that I'm seeing, but nothing super interesting so much. Yeah, man, that was a podcast. It was a good time.
Yeah.
So next week, this week we were supposed to join in on what is the name of their podcast? It's like the nerd something. What is it? I always forget the name of it.
Put that ascendant.com link in the chat because I think everyone missed it. But Slaying Crows and Bushwick, the new beta, is
Yeah.
coming out 2 days tomorrow until the 6th. You can play it. And you got to go to ascendant.com to get it. It's an FPS shooter, the world's first.
Working.
What was it called? Adaptive?
Adaptive, yeah, adaptive FPS game.
Adaptive shooter? Yeah. Sounds interesting anyway.
So, Working Class Nerds, that's the podcast that we were supposed to. They are. We were supposed to be on this week. It was a mix-up in scheduling, so we're going to be on next week. Is the plan for them? So next Thursday we're going to run it early. We may start at 6 and just run for an hour, and then bounce over to their podcast, something like that.
Crazy that this is episode 16.
Yeah, man, 16 weeks, so 4 months roughly since we
yeah.
started this. It's been fun. I've enjoyed. I'm looking forward to doing more stuff, man. I definitely want to get some more guests in. Maybe you can reach out to some other people you game with and stuff, and see if they want to join. I'm thinking about doing inviting a bunch of VTubers that I follow on, just like a whole bunch of them, and see if I can get them all on at one time.
Oh, cool.
See what crazy shenanigans we come up with, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it would be so great to look on a calendar and see every Thursday a guest, and then also
well, that's the thing, man.
Have a group of people that if someone cancels, you know, you can your go-to people that you haven't had or you have had on, and it's just like just to keep the momentum going. And it's like the opposite. Like, you know, you don't even like.
That's why
you don't need a raid at that point.
Right.
You've gone and built a bridge already.
Well, that's what
and their community.
Yeah. That's what I want.
I really like what you've been doing, man. I think it's been.
I'm just
16 great episodes in my opinion.
I'm spinning a lot of plates right now with the new business venture that I'm doing and all this other stuff. So like my brain is, I can't think like I think about. I've got 10 other things to think about before I try to think about inviting guests or whatever. So
yeah,
I'm trying, man. I want to get more guests in here. Obviously, reach out to some more people, even strangers that I like. I'm known in chats and stuff, but they don't know me. Like they don't really know me. There's some people that I've been around for a couple years that know me, but I'm gonna try to reach out to some other people and try to get them on. Although my rants were maybe too spicy, I don't know.
like tempted to go downtown and try to get some interviews with NASA and the astronauts that'll be.
I thought they're supposed to be. I thought they're supposed to be They rented out Petit-Jean, right?
They're here. They're gonna be downtown.
Oh, okay.
They might be at Petit-Jean with viewing station, but they're bringing in their fancy equipment and all of the stuff that NASA is going to be doing ground based to observe the eclipse will be in Russellville. So I feel like the chances of us not having any clouds are pretty high if NASA chose here. Some of the big eclipse, I don't know what you call them, companies that literally plan these huge vacation packages, Atlas Obscura being one of them. That's huge. It's a huge thing. People pay crazy amounts of money to be part of their festivals and their events that they put on. They chose Hot Springs, and it looks like Hot Springs has already been told it's going to have cloud coverage. So you are seeing an exodus of people from different, from basically from South Arkansas all the way down into Texas and etc. We're going to see all those people going up north to still try to, people who are crazy about this shit, they're going to be going up north to still be in that line.
Yeah, man, there's definitely crazy people out and about, man. Crazy people.
Yeah, buddy. Oh yeah, you know, and they say the full moon brings out the crazies. Well, I think for a lot of people in this generation, this is going to be their first eclipse. For some reason, in 2017, there wasn't so much emphasis on it. This has become a huge.
Well, it wasn't. It was a total, but we didn't see it here in Arkansas. We didn't see it as a total.
And there wasn't like prophecies and all this other crazy stuff about it. Like people are going nuts about this one, and it's like I mentioned, they're not just. It's almost every segment of society has got some type of little. There's going to be something crazy happening. You look at the people who are science-minded, concerned about what CERN is doing. You look at the religious people, and you look at the alien people. You look at yourself in the mirror, and you say, "Self, what the fuck am I talking about? It's some eclipse magic going on out there." So just take care of yourself. If you get bread,
magic or sorcery, what?
And that's my personal opinion. Bring out the dog in me, bro. I'm telling you right
Yeah. Hey,
now. I'll tell you right
Bushwick,
now.
Slaying Crows here. We in the podcast. You guys want to hell dive some?
Oh, let's do it.
Yeah, we got a fucking squad. We can hell dive.
Minecraft, yeah, they have Helldivers on PS5. We've played together. What am
Yeah, I
I
was gonna say we've already played together.
We have played together.
Yeah, we got some time.
Together.
Let's do it. Should we raid?
Live.
Somebody I can raid.
Hell to the Yeti. I mean to the yeah. Yeah, let's freaking raid, brother.
Raid.
Yeah, I haven't played since update. Oh, I gotta update. Cool.
Well, that podcast is going on right now.
So the people we're gonna be on with next week.
Yeah, we raided into them last time though, and they just kind of ignored us. Well, I didn't just check chat or whatever. It's kind of a weird thing for me to do, but that's one thing. Yeah, man, I played a little bit earlier this week, so
Raid some rando.
this is not good.
Let's stay together. Loving you well forever. I got a lot of people on if you need any suggestions.
I got a lot of people on too, but I don't want to raid any of them. I gotta find new people to watch.
Raiders.
I'm gonna try to get another buddy of mine on my Make Shit Mondays podcast or my Make Shit Monday streams to do work on the TTRPG again. On
Weather times are good.
okay. I'm gonna go ahead and just call. I'm just gonna call it here. I'm gonna say my ending thing. Country boy, welcome in, man.
Country boy,
you come in at the very end, but thank you for coming in.
resubbed. Oh my god.
We're gonna raid out. Sorry, I'm doing an ending thing now for the actual YouTube video. We're gonna call it there.
Oh, Wooden
I'm
Box is on.
looking for.
It's pretty chill.
Looking at podcast right now.
Welcome home, buddy. Hope you had a good fucking day. Country boy in the motherfucking house. Oh my god. What's up, dude? Let's stay together. Together. Times are good, bad. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's been an honor. It's been a pleasure to co-host today with Main Ace Chase on the Intelligent Aces podcast. We covered more information today, I think, than we ever have before.
Yeah, man.
So thank you, VOD watchers, VOD watchers. Thank you, Chase, for having me. As always, it's an honor. It's a pleasure. I think today was pretty good. I liked it.
Man, it was a good one. It was a good one. I don't. And so the leftist mafia has like 3 different live. Like there's 5 people on it, and I think they're all streaming the same podcast on all of their different things.
Funny. Down the stream if you wanted to rate me and keep it going so I can hit affiliate. Oh, let's go.
Oh,
some modded Smash Brothers game that
go
gets
back here.
love. That's actually in tournaments. Yep.
Playing. Do I have you?
But gotta commit to 3 hours Helldivers.
Oh, I can't. I can't play Helldivers for 3 hours.
He'll be asleep. He'll fall asleep while we're getting pushed. I want to play Apex. Anyway.
Screw it, man. Meryl Streep. Here you go.
Next time. All right.
I don't know, dude. I hate raiding into people. I get so frustrated with this shit.
Oh, here, let me type in a name for you.
No,
Box.
no. Oh, Woodenbox. Okay, I've seen Woodenbox. I think I've raided him with you.
He's a cool dude.
I kind of like that guy. So. Right, Woodenbox. Or need to be capitalized.
Just the W.
Okay, we're heading over. We're heading over to Woodenbox stream. Thanks for joining in, guys. We're gonna go play some Helldivers after this, and we'll see you again next Thursday. We'll be a little early, 6 p.m. We're gonna run for an hour, and then we're gonna jump. Oh, Slaying Coast, thank you for the follow. Yeah. Anyway, I got. So we're gonna go over to the Working Class Nerds podcast. At They stream about the same time that we do, so I'm gonna stream about an hour. Um, Yep, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get over there and do that. So we will catch you all next Thursday, and also check me out or my Makeshift Mondays streams. We'll be right here.
Make shit.
Go check out the YouTube channel and all that good stuff. So we'll catch you all next time.
Let's stay together.
Raiding out. I don't have it. I need a raid.
Well,
Need a big raid copy thing to do. I don't have any of that shit.
Times are cool, baby.
Raid now.
We raid together.